both did it together.
I actually didn't. That was a fake clap. That was just so I could see it.
Oh, okay. How's your week been going?
Good. Hold on. Welcome back, everybody.
That was it. I thought you were about to go into like 45 seconds of intro.
No. Do you
Okay.
want to?
I don't have one. No, I thought you were gonna do it, but it's fine. It's not a big deal.
I think welcome back, everybody is.
Yeah, welcome back. Everybody's good.
Yeah. My week is going good. How's your week going?
It's going good. How'd you take the news?
Not great.
You didn't take it great?
I did not.
Why not?
Do you want to go ahead and lean into the recent announcement?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Are we
We're doing this for an hour.
Oh, this is just
Yeah,
a Micah Parsons.
Oh no, it's Taylor and Travis.
Oh.
No, you said Micah who?
I thought, is this about breakups?
Oh wow. No, this is about love.
Ooh,
The
but
whole
also both sides of it.
Yeah. The whole show's about love. We can do Parsons later. Taylor and Travis, obviously the biggest news. This is big news for me specifically because, as you know, I spent a lot of my life on like the one last great social media, which is college football message boards. It's like it's so good, dude. It's the only place where you can have like a stoned 19-year-old in a dorm room having like earnest conversation with a 75-year-old man. Like they're going back and forth, like arguing. And you don't really get that on Facebook. You don't really get that on Twitter. It's just like people trolling each other. But this is like, they're having like real in-depth conversation that you could follow for a thread. And the Taylor and Travis news is really good for me because I'm part of a Texas Tech football message board. And we're very consolidated. Like there's a lot of people on this. We're a big board. And all of these old guys love watching Chiefs games.
Who doesn't?
Right. Because Patrick. And their big complaint every time. It's like, how many times are they going to show this Taylor Swift in the box? They could show her like once and a half, like cheering for a touchdown. Be like, there they go again. Like, I'm supposed to even know who that is. And you're like, okay, dude, I think at this point you probably know who she is. So the engagement is huge. I want Fox to like open up every game talking about Taylor and Travis. I want them. They all said they were going to quit watching the NFL when the NFL went woke. You know what I mean? But they didn't really.
Yeah.
But this is even better, dude, because now they can show Taylor like 20 times a game, no questions asked. They're engaged. It's going to be really good.
Do you think Brittany Mahomes is loving this?
Probably not. Well, I don't know how she feels about Taylor. What do you think?
I think, I don't know. She was getting a lot of pushback and a lot of hate her way. And now the heat's kind of off her, pointed a little more towards Taylor, but also behind closed doors, you get just a billionaire best friend, you know?
Yeah. This also ups the chances that Taylor Swift will go to Lubbock, Texas. It just went from like 1%, I think, to like 10%. Because when Cincinnati and Texas Tech play,
Yeah.
that's Travis and Patrick.
Classic.
You could easily see Patrick being like, let's all hop in the private jet. Taylor, come on, put on your Cincinnati Bearcats jersey. We're going to go watch Cincinnati and Texas Tech. I feel like Taylor could end up in Lubbock, Texas.
Are you going to that game? Are we going to that game?
That doesn't happen this year.
Okay, well then.
But when it does, yeah, we are all going. I saw Taylor Swift in Lubbock, Texas do a concert in 2010, I think.
2010. What era was that?
Ooh, Fearless?
That's a good era, dude.
Yeah, it was a good concert, dude. It was just me like vibing next to a bunch of 12-year-old girls, like kind of bobbing my head.
Do you went alone?
No, I did not.
There's
go
nothing
alone.
wrong.
No, a girl that I was dating had 2 tickets. She was going to take her friend, even though she knows like deep down I'm a Swiftie. So that was pretty upsetting. And then her friend, I don't know, got sick or something. So your boy strapped on his boots and he headed to the United Supermarkets Arena and watched Taylor Swift tear the house down, dude. It was good.
Were you the tallest guy there? I mean, you had the best seat in the house, being
Without
6'5".
question. It was just me and little girls and moms and dads, I would say. It wasn't even like a lot of college girls at this time. Because,
really?
Yeah, I would say it was little. I mean, there were college girls there, but I would say it was mostly little girls.
At that time, I feel Taylor was still on the rise, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't where she's at now.
Well, no. I mean, she was 20. 3 years old or something like that. So, I mean, she was still very famous, but
Was
she was strictly country music.
Tim McGraw. That song was a
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah, I'm sure she played that. And yeah, it was just me and dads. Like I could tell like a guy would clock me and be like, "Where's your daughter?" I'd be like, "No, dude, I'm here for me. Okay. I'm going to get a Miller Lite. I'm going to sit in this seat. I'm going to watch Taylor Swift with you. Don't sweat it. It's not a big deal."
Have you ever been to a concert where the men's bathroom and the line to get a beer were just
Wide open.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I have not. No, that was probably the only one. It was a good show though. I think she does a good show.
Yeah. Okay, so compared to was it Parker? Who do we go see?
We
Parker.
went and saw Parker McCollum.
How would you rank those two? Is it a 1A, 1B situation or
No, I think Taylor's ahead of him in the live experience, I would say. But we didn't we left a little early when he started talking about the moon landing.
yeah, I assume Taylor didn't bring that up at
Ye-
this time.
No, dude, but that's the kind of thing you can find on a college football message board is guys talking about the moon landing,
Oh,
whether
yeah.
it's real or not. I would say like half the threads are like just conspiracy theories about fluoride and suntan lotion. It's like every other thread. It'll be like, oh no, this linebacker tweaked his ankle. He might miss week 2 and 3. And then the next one's like, did they fake the moon landing? There's a guy and he's got to be 80, I guess. Some of these guys have been on this board for like 25 years. Like my dad has been on this board for 25 years. Me and my dad are on the same, college football message board.
Did you pay do you pay a monthly
yeah,
fee?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not free.
No, it keeps the riffraff out. Yeah, you pay like $120. They just moved us to On3 because
Oh.
Rivals and On3 merged together, so they moved us all over to On3. And you pay, I think it's $10 a month, which is well worth it for the kinds of insight I get about fluoride and
yeah.
what are the horse pills that cured COVID? You get a lot of that.
I can't
that
remember.
kind
I
of
took
stuff.
so many. You would think I would know.
Yeah, a lot of
was-
ivermectin, I think is what it's called. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of vaccine talk. That gets pretty heated.
Is vaccines just one of the sub? It's like
Yeah,
offense,
they have the-
defense, vaccines.
Yeah.
Um,
The Epstein files have their own they have their own forum that you can go in. I'm actually serious about that one. There's something called the Everything Else forum where people are supposed to go and just talk about like, here, you can say Barack Obama was actually born on the moon and he flew here in a rocket ship and was dropped off by like a legal cartel. Or you could talk about vaccines, whatever you want to talk about, but do not bring that stuff up in the regular forum, and they still do all the time.
yeah.
But there's an 80-year-old guy, and he has said like, I have dementia. Like he has typed that like into one of his posts, and he loves sailplanes. I don't know if you know what sailplanes are.
I do not.
They're little individual planes that you fly. I mean, they're just miniature planes, I guess. And I would say every day he will start his own thread. He knows how to start threads, which is kind of amazing. He will comment something about a sailplane club that he's trying to start in Plainview, Texas. Okay, that will be the post every day. And then by the end of it, it'll be like, also, I actually know who killed JFK. you're like, wait, let's go back to the JFK thing. And he's a treasure, dude. He's very popular on the board. Like everybody loves him.
Yeah. Well, so I remember a while back, we had talked about this once before off the air, and you had mentioned somebody saying Joe Biden is a vampire.
Sure, I'm sure.
And that seemed just like pretty common news. You're like, oh, kind of mild day to day. That's like the biggest thing I saw.
Dude, that's room temperature in that forum. Yeah. Joe Biden's a vamp. Yeah, dude, you're fine saying that stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to get banned.
Oh, I mean,
You have to post like boobs out in a GIF if you're going to get banned. That's the one thing we don't mess with. There's no nudity.
yeah, like keep it classy.
No. If you want to start riots by saying things like, the president of the United States is an illegal alien or whatever you want to do, you can do that. But there are no titties allowed.
Yeah. What do you think the ratio of men to women is on this board?
99-1, and that's probably generous. There are a couple of ladies who are actually like on staff who kind of cover women's sports.
Yeah.
And then there are a couple of husband-wife duos that will post from the same account. So they'll
Ooh.
sign off like, this is actually the wife. Just wanted to let you guys know we love our Traeger, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So there's some of that, but just like out and out women who have their own account, I can think of like one who pays money to be on the board.
Yeah, I wouldn't think there's a lot of women on there.
And she's a woke lib.
Oh,
Yeah, just like myself. So it's pretty good. She gets them riled up, dude. She gets the good old boys fired up, man.
oh. And I like how there's all these different topics, and I just feel like somewhere right now in a college dorm room, there's a 21-year-old kid who's pissed off, and he's going through the reasons of why he's pissed off. And he goes, dude, this guy posted this conspiracy theory, and it's the same guy I was telling you guys about yesterday that was complaining about the cover 2 defense. This guy has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you also get you get old guys. The guys who piss everybody off the most aren't even the people who are like, I don't even think it's that big a deal if there's a trans volleyball player. It's more so guys who are like just super negative about tech sports. Those guys get ripped. If they're like, I don't think Joey McGuire's the guy for the job, you could just see like 20 posts coming in. It's like, hey, why don't you go jump off 635, dude? I don't even want to hear it anymore. And those guys like have really come into their own as like the board trolls, and they love to do it. And they'll, they go from thread to thread and be like, yeah, if we had a quarterback, we might be good this year, that kind of guy. So I really respect those guys, like guys who are 55 years old, probably have like 10 mil in the bank, like just sitting in their office being like, I'm going to piss off the boys today. Like that's a different level of trolling.
How do you think they get there? Do you think it's A&M fans that are just like, hey, $120 is nothing? Do you think they're Tech alum?
Oh, without question. Yeah, for sure.
Are there badges for Tech alum?
No, I mean, with our fan base, I assume anybody on there is Tech alum. You have to pay to be on the board.
Okay.
We're not like UT fans where you just go to Walmart, you buy a T-shirt, and then you're on Orange Bloods, or you're sitting in the back of your trailer on Texags. Like everybody on Red Raider Sports graduated from Texas Tech. I feel pretty confident in that. So if you go to any college football message board, all of the infighting is between fans of the same team, to the point where like they want each other to die. And we're not that different. I would say everybody's pretty optimistic before the season starts. So
right now everybody's getting high on hope.
Prime time, dude. Everybody's got an oxygen mask on, just pumping full of Kool-Aid. Everybody's excited. And then by week 6, it'll be all out war if we lose to like Utah or somebody like that. So
dude, the swings during the season, I mean, I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, they're live game threads. So you can go into a live game thread, right? Really? Like during the game, and everybody's consolidated into this one thread. I mean, you can post in other threads, but people don't. And that is chaos of people yelling at each other, people hating life, people loving life, the highs and lows of watching football. Just guys by themselves, I guess,
How do you keep up with the game and reading this thread?
I don't read the thread. No, okay. I don't go in the thread. The thread is poisonous. It's very toxic. You don't want to go in there. You want to process the game at your own speed. I have a miniature version of that, of a group text of like 6 guys that all went to Tech that all are bitching at each other. But yeah, I don't go in the game thread.
Shoot more threes. I remember you saying that
Shoot more threes.
Tech played Arkansas.
And they did.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Woo pig suey.
Yeah.
So let's circle back to this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce situation.
Okay.
Have you heard the conspiracy of why they got engaged at this time?
Pregnant?
No. Someone said that Cincy was playing Nebraska.
Okay.
At Arrowhead Stadium.
This is college football message board stuff right here. Whatever you're about to say.
And it was to take away from Cincinnati losing in Arrowhead. That's just what they said. And Nebraska's quarterback, Dylan Raiola.
Yeah.
Looks like Patrick Mahomes. Seems like you're not buying it.
I don't think Taylor... I think if you put a gun to Taylor's head and say, where did Travis Kelce play football in college? I think she might come up blank. So I think probably not. Or the conspiracy is that Travis is trying to take away the attention from Cincinnati.
Correct.
Okay. I think if you put a gun to Travis Kelce's head and say, where did you play college football? Like, just depends on the time of day. He might say yes. He might say no. He might say blue.
I feel like Taylor, her reaction would be, "This guy went to college?"
Yeah, yeah. I thought he went from high school to the league because there's no way they let him in a classroom.
Yeah.
Do you think Travis is? Do you think he is dumb, or do you think he just like he kind of chuckles it up?
Man, I don't think he's dumb. I think it's hard to be intelligent after just getting destroyed week after week by 300-pound dudes, like, going across the middle. I mean, the dude had, like, 100 receptions in a season, and not all of them were touchdowns, so obviously you're getting hit quite a bit.
You're getting tackled 90 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I walk up these stairs, like, twice a day, and the third time I feel a little lightheaded.
Yeah. Your knees are
Um,
creaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let alone, without a 300-pound guy on my back.
Well, and this season's especially dangerous because he dropped a bunch of weight too, I think.
Oof.
So I'm praying he makes it to the wedding. I don't know when the wedding is.
You're not invited?
I haven't been yet. And honestly, I'm still waiting for her to call me and apologize. So hasn't happened yet, but
You guys shared a moment at that concert in West Texas.
she saw me, I think. I was way taller than all the 12-year-old girls that were around me, so she probably spotted me out. Yeah, she was like, "What's that guy doing here?"
She's like, what is this demon doing? What's this Demogorgon doing back here just in the shadows?
And I'm just back there with a Miller Lite waving at her.
I'll tell you what. Have you ever seen Katy Perry in concert?
No, that's a real shot in the dark for me.
Oh, we have.
You have.
Yeah, my wife and I, we got tickets. This was like when we first moved to Dallas. And so anything at AAC, we would go see for the right price.
Yeah.
And so Katy Perry came in there one night and we got tickets for like $30. We sat next to a young child and her mother, and it was 9:30, and Katie had just came on. And the
Oh.
mom is like, I got payroll tomorrow. Like, I got a busy day. And Katie says, we're just getting started, y'all. And that concert didn't let out until like 1 a.m.
That's nuts.
That mom, I'd never seen a woman debate jumping from section 413 from AAC more than that woman.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, a lot of wardrobe change. This is when I want to say she's in her prime, but
She was roaring.
Roar is one of the songs she did.
Yeah.
It was a performance.
Yeah, this reminds me of my biggest pet peeve just about taking children to events is when you take a kid to a kids movie and it says it starts at 11 a.m. and you're like, great, we'll probably get rolling at like 11:15, and the movie starts at like 11:40 after all the commercials and all the previews, and you got like a 4-year-old who's out of popcorn just sitting there watching like a Mazda commercial. You're like, dude, if you don't start this movie, I'm gonna murder everyone in this AMC.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
It sucks, dude. Last time my son is 4. Last time my mom took him to a movie, they stood outside the concessions, like looking at everything, and he spent 5 minutes convincing her that he loves sour gummies. He's never had a sour gummy in his life. And she's like, I don't think you're gonna like these sour gummies. And he's like, I love sour gummies, mom, or Gaga, whatever he calls her. He's like, I love sour gummies. And she's like, all right, grandson wants sour gummies. He's getting sour gummies. She buys sour gummies. He takes one bite. And he's like, why on earth would you get these for me? Like, what is wrong with you? These are poisonous. This is the dumbest thing you've ever done. And so she had to go back and go buy regular gummies.
She couldn't swap them out. They weren't like,
No, he'd already had like 3 in his mouth, I think, when he popped them. So I don't think they do returns on that kind of
I
thing.
wasn't sure if it was a Walmart. Like, I was just in
Oh,
here.
no. They bought them at the movie theater, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a good grandma experience.
Oh, yeah. She dropped $25 on gummies
Yeah.
that he ate half of.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. He lies and says he likes things all the time that he doesn't like. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be at a kid's birthday party. They're like, do you want pizza? He's like, oh, yeah. Love pizza. Big pizza guy. They bring him a slice of pizza. He's like, all right, I'm good on that. No, thank you. That looks terrible.
He's like, I thought it was gonna be more of a mod pizza situation here.
No, if you just go around the table, every other kid's like, yeah, I want pizza. He's like, oh, yeah, we all want pizza. It's like, we're all big pizza guys here. He's like, I'm never touching this.
That is funny because I know for a fact he likes corn dogs. He's been here and he's had corn dogs, and we've asked him like, hey, do you like corn dogs? Do you want a corn dog? He goes, no. Do you have any pizza? He didn't say that.
Yeah. No, he'll do the opposite. He'll tell you he doesn't want things that he definitely does want. So I don't know what his game is. I haven't decided. I think he's a narcissist for sure. Some kind of psychopath who
He's a sweet boy.
Yeah.
I know that.
enjoys tormenting people. It is very weird that he works against his own self-interest with things like that, but that's what he's into.
He's selfless, man. I actually did see something that made me think of you and Shep in the future. Do you remember? I saw a big semi truck, and on the side of it, it said Scholastic Book Fair. Do you remember those?
I remember book fairs, yeah, for sure.
Do you remember the brand Scholastic?
Yeah,
They're still in business. I don't know how that's still a business model.
yeah, they have book fairs at his daycare. Like they'll set up, and his daycare is like babies to 5-year-olds. That's it, and they'll have a book fair come set up, and then you show up, and you're like, all right, I guess what book do you want? And every time he walks out with like an electronic Paw Patrol book that costs, I assume the same as my mortgage, and he's like, I got a new book, and you're like, all right, great, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's whatever the price is on Amazon, it's just double or triple that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that there's not a lot of ways to make a profit when you're taking books to daycares, I guess,
Yeah,
except to
just
charge 3 times what they're worth.
hauling them around. Um, my sister actually volunteered at one of those book fairs, and I was like, "What'd you do?" And she goes, "It's pretty much just helping kids count money."
The only thing that we did at book fairs was everybody bought posters.
Oh, posters were big.
Yeah, they sold posters, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I need Spider-Man." You're like, "I gotta. This is a book for sure."
Yeah.
Yeah, book fairs made all their money selling stuff that wasn't books.
It's like erasers and like just little
Erasers,
tchotchkes.
yeah, pencils that have like NFL teams on them, things like that.
Yes.
That's like 90% of it, I think.
They don't even sell books. That's just to get you in the door, and then they're like, "Let's upgrade them to a poster and like a couple erasers."
It's the same as Amazon. Amazon started by selling books, and then they were like, "Actually, do you want a refrigerator?"
Yeah. Now they're like, "Do you want us to run your servers?"
Yeah, it's great.
Um,
Do you want us to make an Ice Cube movie where he's saving the world?
you didn't ask for that last one, but don't worry, we got you.
We got it covered.
Don't try and ship us.
Yeah.
You said no, but you really want it. We
Yeah.
know.
It's all in the same place, dude. You can buy a refrigerator and you can watch Ice Cube in the worst movie you've ever seen. This is
Fair.
2025. It's going great.
All right, so going from true love of Travis and Taylor to just the saddest breakup, Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys. How you feeling? Where's
Yes.
your head at?
Yeah. So speaking of his daycare, they had a. This will connect back. They had a silent auction that wasn't really a silent auction, but anyway, it was just an auction. Because I think a silent auction, you're not supposed to see what other people bid, right? Isn't that what a silent auction is? Or no?
I am not.
Or is that a blind auction? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm not a big auction guy outside of eBay.
Anyway, I have an app. They put it on the app. You bid on whatever, and it all goes back to the daycare, so we can give them more money, which is great because we don't give them enough money. And one of the the biggest thing in the auction, I guess, was an autographed Micah Parsons jersey. And I threw like $100 on it to start with. And I told my wife, I was like, I'll go to like 150. That sounds right. That sounds fine. It gets past 150. I'm like, I'm done. She's like, it's for the daycare. She's like, if you want to do it, you could do it.
Green light.
I'm like, all right, green light, but I'm really not that invested in it until I just keep bidding. And then some guy started to piss me off. He just kept going over like $5. I was like, all right, you want to play this game? I got nothing to do today. I'm at work. What am I going to do? And so I keep bidding like $5 more, $5 more. I eventually get this thing at, I would say, $250. So I kind of look up like other Micah Parsons autograph jerseys. They're all like $240. Micah signs a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I end up with the jersey. I get it home. I buy a frame for it. I finally get it hung in the office. This is all like a month ago. This is not that long ago. It just happened. And, I knew he had the contract coming up, but what happens with every NFL contract dispute, right? They just pay him. They just eventually pay him. Scary Terry for the Commanders. Like he's like, oh, I'm not gonna play for this team anymore. And then they're like, here's $90 million. And that's what happens with all of them.
And he's old.
Never in a million years did I think the answer to this contract dispute would be they trade Micah Parsons. I did not think that was going to happen. Not excited for it. Not sure what to do with the jersey. I think it's worth $75 now. That seems pretty generous. I could just start wearing it, I guess. It doesn't seem that valuable anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was devastating to me. I have a lot of Cowboys friends, as you probably do. Arkansas is probably a Cowboys.
Oh, Jerry Jones went to Arkansas.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Is it a lot of Saints fans, though? No. No.
Who dat?
Okay. But I have a lot of fans who are Cowboys fans who also went to Texas Tech, and so they just kind of abandoned the Cowboys for Patrick Mahomes. And I've always said, that's not really my cup of tea. I'm a Cowboys fan. I do love Mahomes. I have a Mahomes Tech jersey. A lot of my friends have Mahomes Chiefs jerseys. I've said that's always a no-no for me.
Yeah, that's where you draw the line.
I'm not going to buy an NFL jersey of another team that's not the Cowboys. And now, I think that's all up in the air. Like, I could do whatever now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pick a new team, but I'm not sure that I have any rules on that anymore.
Are you thinking about? I mean, are you gonna follow Micah to the Packers? I mean, is that?
No, I'm not going to be a Packers fan.
Well, you were a big Aaron Rodgers guy, right? Like you were buying into a lot what he was saying.
He would agree with a lot of the threads on the college football message board.
He's a mod.
No, dude. Aaron Rodgers is such a dork. I hate the faux intelligence thing that he does on all the podcasts and stuff. I just think that, it's either time to like double down because it's just funny to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Or it's time to probably give it up. And I think I'm going to double down.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Be like, I believe in Jerry. The 2 first-round picks, that's worth it.
Yeah.
I could just go that route. I don't know. I haven't decided my take yet. You're not like a Cowboys guy, I guess.
No.
You don't care.
Yeah. I'm like, well, so growing up in Arkansas, geographically, you go 2 ways. Similar to Texas Tech, apparently. So you either go Cowboys or you go Chiefs. And this was like back
Or you go Chiefs.
Yeah, because Kansas City's only 3.5 hours away.
Okay.
And so Tony Gonzalez, the tight end up there, a lot of people were wearing those in junior high and high school. And especially in the 90s too.
Yeah.
A lot of people were riding like with Aikman and Emmitt Smith. I don't know. I just didn't really gravitate towards either. And then now it's more so my fantasy football team. So I do like CeeDee Lamb. I have him on my dynasty team.
Mm-hmm.
But I also rock with the Bengals because I got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in a dynasty league. And they have done me well. If you make me $1, whether it's fantasy football or a sports bet or a parlay, I'm yours forever.
Yeah.
I love Luka.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Luka?
Yeah, I love Luka too. That is kind of the double whammy is you get Luka and Micah Parsons. You get the Cowboys and Mavericks who both traded their best player within 6 months of each other. So for a guy who is unfortunately married to both of those teams, like you're just kind of sitting here thinking nobody cares about me, which is always true in sports, but it never plays out quite that viciously. I don't think.
Well, I don't feel like there's a conspiracy for the Cowboys to get the number 1 overall pick.
Well, the NFL makes you earn it. A lot more than the NBA. The NFL says you have to sit there for 17 weeks. You have to suck ass the entire time.
Yeah,
and then maybe you'll get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, man. How much did they offer him? Did you see the?
No, I think it depends on who you ask. I guess the last thing Micah's camp said was, we went back with good intentions, like a couple days ago, saying, let's put it back on the table. Let's open talks back up. And after he had asked for the trade, I guess publicly, which was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I thought that was all rumored too. I mean,
well, no, but he did. But then you still, after that, you're like, well, they're still not going to trade him. Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. They don't have to trade him. And then what's he going to do? Sit there all season? And then Micah's camp said that the Cowboys told him, you either play on this 5th year or we're trading you. And Micah said, I'm not playing on this 5th year. And then they traded him.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Jerry had a press conference today, I think, where he was like, just rambling, talking about whatever, saying, I still think we're going to win the Super Bowl, whatever he said, we're still in a great place. We like the picks we got back or whatever.
Yeah. Do you feel conflicted as number 1, you're sad about Micah leaving, but number 2, you're also a dad. So you're like, Jerry Jones stuck to his guns, dude. It's like, hey, I'm not getting you sour gummies. He said that and he stood by it.
No, because I fold all the time, Jerry. you got to fold. Like sometimes the kid just wants to eat a tortilla for dinner. Okay, you just give him a tortilla at some point. Like I'm too busy for this. You should be too busy for this.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think Micah got $48 million a year, so he's making like more than anybody in the league who's not a quarterback.
Yeah, which he deserves.
I think he does deserve it. Yeah, but if you really wanted to double down with the Cowboys, you could say, well, that's gonna break the team. And I think the counterpoint to that would be the team's already broken. Why not just
Ooh.
pay him? I guess. So I don't think they'll be good this year, but they've surprised me before.
When?
You don't look
I'm
very
just
optimistic.
trying to think when they surprised you.
Tony
Romo?
Romo led some bad teams to the playoffs, and then Romo got blamed for all of it. He'd be like, Romo choked in the playoffs. It's like, dude, this is a 5-11 roster that he just dragged into the playoffs.
Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy too.
I love Romo. Romo's my number one Cowboy of all time.
Really?
But that's because I'm 36. Like Emmitt Smith is just like a poster to me. He's not like a guy that I was really paying attention to, or Troy.
I thought you loved Troy's beer. Have you had it?
Yeah, I've had it. Tastes like beer.
Yeah.
Tastes like Michelob Ultra, I guess, which is what he was going for. He's like, what if Michelob Ultra wasn't woke? And you're like, okay, I guess, Troy. I don't know, man.
Did you ever meet Tony Romo?
No, I've never met Tony Romo.
So when we worked for that supply chain logistics company, we were downtown, as you remember. And so one of our coworkers, I believe it was a guy named Adrian. Do you remember him?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So he went down to Clyde Warren Park, and he goes, "You'll never guess who I saw down there." I said, "Who?" And he goes, "Tony Romo's down there,
You saw
dude."
Tones?
Yeah. And I'm like, "Was he cool?" And he goes, "Dude, super cool." And I was like, "That's awesome." And then he told no one else in the office but me.
Oh, I would have told everybody.
I'm like, "What? Dude, we have like group chats going about just real small stuff, like poop banditing people."
Yeah, we're like, who messed up the coffee?
Yeah.
You're like,
and
you
he's
just
like,
met Tony Romo?
"Yeah, you're keeping that one close to the vest, man?"
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy. I wonder if he's told anybody else, or maybe he just gaslit me and I was the only one he told because
Yeah.
I'm gullible.
He's like, one day Ross will tell this on a podcast. He's so stupid.
Hey, man.
It's a 10-year joke that he just paid off.
Yeah, he's like, got him, finally.
No, dude, I love Tony Romo more than anything. I like his arc as a commentator where like everyone loved him the first year and then everybody kind of turned on him.
Yeah.
I like that too. I kind of want everyone I love to be hated in sports. I think that's the sign that, you've made it. You're rooting for like, except Harden. It's like you're rooting for, one of the GOATs is if everybody hates him, except Dirk, I guess, too. Nobody hated Dirk.
Dirk was such a good guy,
Yeah,
dude.
Dirk was just the man. Yeah, my Mount Rushmore, Dirk, Tony Romo, Mahomes, and then I don't know. I got to find somebody else to put on there, I guess. It was probably going to be Luka, but RIP.
I think it still can be Luka.
No, it can't be Luka.
Speaking of Dirk, so this weekend we were out for one of my wife's friends' birthdays. One of the, I say kids, he was also 24.
That's a kid as far as this room's concerned.
Oh yeah. But he mentioned that he works for like Sewell Auto.
Oh yeah, sure.
And so I think he does like
Plug for Sewell.
Yeah. He either drops off cars or does something along the lines of that. And so of course, my first question, any athletes? And the first one he named was Dirk. And he goes, his house, however lavish you think it is, it's nicer. And then I asked, is he cool? He said, oh, nicest guy, dude. He goes, I've kind of met some pieces of shit in this role, that are like, can't use the bathroom, go outside.
Yeah.
And Dirk is just salt of the earth, nice dude.
Yeah, Dirk handed him a plate of food, said, have fun.
Oh, yeah. He's like, you want to drive this car, dude? Just whip it in there. Which I like. I like it when people are just like good athletes and good people,
Yeah. Yeah. So who's your Mount Rushmore of like 4 athletes?
Ooh, 4 athletes. Probably just Johnny Manziel. Just
feel
4
like,
times.
I feel like you're such a weird sports fan because you just love sports from a distance. And
Yeah.
you love it through a gambling perspective.
Yes.
And you don't seem to have any emotional attachment to any athletes or teams except maybe like Arkansas football, I guess, or even that's probably gotten beat out of you over the decades.
Yeah, because I faded them before. When I fade them, they just have the game of their life.
Right.
Or like whenever there's rumblings that they're going to beat Tennessee and Fayetteville, and then they beat, Tennessee and Fayetteville, but yet you parlayed it with the quarterback to have more than 1 yard rushing, and he's just like, let me just drop back again here, 10 carries, -5 yards. And you're like, how do you do that, dude? How does this game end like 13-10? Like no touchdown in sight. I've just been burned too many times.
That's such a crazy ass way to like, I don't know, live your sports life. Because I do a little sports gambling when I'm actually at a sports book.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really do it a whole lot. But just having your hopes and dreams and your attachments to athletes like defined by your parlays, that's a crazy way to live life. But
Yeah.
you're built different.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think it causes male pattern baldness.
Yeah, it's good. But the evidence is in this room.
Correct. Sponsored by DraftKings. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it just really depends on. Right now, my Mount Rushmore would probably be
What athletes have you won the most money off of?
Luca.
Okay.
Luca and the Mavs.
Okay.
To win the Western Conference. That's been really good to me.
Oof.
And then also Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase when they played the Broncos on Prize Picks. That was like the first Prize Picks that I did pretty well on. And then
Okay.
also the Broncos, Bo Nix helped me out there too. I like Bo Nix. So it's probably those guys.
I think you're the only person in America who has Bo Nix on their Mount Rushmore of athletes.
You go out to Denver, dude, they love him.
Okay.
John Elway's kind of a
They're
jerk.
like Elway, Bo Nix,
Oh,
right
yeah.
underneath. Tim Tebow.
I mean, and then probably third is like OJ Simpson. They love white Broncos out there. In Denver.
Wow. Look
Eh?
at that. We're having fun here.
A little spicy, Put that one on the message boards, dude. No, honestly, I mean, it would be just so tough. Because I would even I didn't bet on her, but I would put Stacey Canaday. How do you say her last name?
Nigerie?
Oh, yeah. Who did I say? Stacy?
Stacy?
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
be.
know. $1 million woman, dude.
Yeah, it could be Stacy. You're talking about a Texas Tech softball pitcher.
Correct.
That you bet on?
No, I didn't bet on her, but if I could have, I would have.
Yeah, well, you can this year, probably.
Yeah.
She's coming back.
Do you know what the futures are for Texas Tech to win?
We're the number one team in the country.
In your opinion or AP?
No, they will be. Yeah, pretty easily. Every preseason poll has them number one. They spent like another $1 million on transfers.
What's like the number 2 for that? Is the number 2 like $50 in gift cards to Target?
I think we're the only team paying softball players. I'm pretty sure. They had a thread on the message board, and it was like, all right, we're gonna monitor softball transfers, and it was like, oh yeah, they just got the number 3 transfer in the country. Oh, they got the number 5 transfer in the. Oh, they got the number 7 transfer in the country. It just kept going down the list. Like our infield is all conference last year, and whatever conference they played in. So,
ooh,
yeah, it's gonna be. It's going to be a great 2 weeks when I pay attention to them on ESPN.
Yeah. That World Series run was fun. I had fun during that time.
I had fun. Softball's fun to watch. It is very stressful, and the games are very fast.
Oh, yeah.
It's only 7 innings, and they're slinging it, dude. And when you have a good pitcher, those games are like 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great watch.
No, I agree.
Because I can't watch a baseball game. I don't have 3.5 hours to give to my life for one of 162 games.
That's before playoffs.
That's before the playoffs.
Yeah, the
playoffs are a whole
postseason.
other season. And baseball is. Apologies to all the baseball fans out there. I know your hearing aids are probably going out. The idea that you can have a 162 game season and then they play like a 1-game wild card game, and somebody's out. You played 162 games to make the playoffs, and now you're down to 1 game. That's not a game 7. It's not even a game 5 and like a best of 5.
Yeah.
It's a 1-game series that you're playing with a team. That's insane. How do you follow that sport? Who wants to watch that?
That does seem crazy when you compare it.
Yeah.
They should just flip a coin and be like, heads or tails. Okay, you're out.
The NBA, if you make the playoffs, somebody still has to spike you into the ground over 7 games to get you out of the playoffs. And baseball's like, yeah, you could just have a bad day after the 9 months that you played baseball.
Yeah. Well, what, the NBA playoffs? I mean, dude, they're like half the. If you essentially go to game 7 each round, I mean, that's like half the season, right?
That's another, yeah. I mean, you could play another 28 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Are you okay? So let's circle back to. Yeah, I heard that too, right? Did you hear somebody laugh?
No, I can't. No, all I hear is you in this room.
You're so stay with me in this
Got that?
moment.
I'm gonna clap.
I'm so excited for Texas Tech football. I know we're not trying to make this a Tech on 3, even though when we get picked up by on 3, I think it's going to be fun to look back at this moment.
No, it's probably not. Yeah, I'm excited too. We definitely can't make this a Texas Tech football podcast. There are games on right now. Cincinnati, Nebraska, which we talked about earlier. I don't want to date the podcast, I guess, but we're recording while that game's going on.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that one. I think that's going to be a big win for the Big 12. I am all Big 12 before the season because now I kind of have to be because everyone thinks our conference is ass, and if we're gonna get 2 teams in the playoffs, we gotta hold it down in non-conference.
Yeah.
The SEC doesn't have this problem. Everybody's like, yeah, Vanderbilt's probably pretty good. Did they beat Vanderbilt? It's like, great. Oh, we only played 8 conference games. Fantastic, dude. That's great. Put them in. Yeah, they played the YMCA in week 13. That makes sense. Yeah, they beat them 65-0. They're looking pretty strong. We don't have that.
Yeah. So tomorrow night's oh, man, I'm dating it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, Auburn and Baylor
Yeah, that's true.
at a little SEC Big 12.
Yeah. The line on that game is like 2, I think. I think Auburn's like Baylor's a home dog.
Yeah.
And I would bet on Baylor. Yeah.
See, I actually like Baylor as well. So I watched Baylor and LSU at the end of the year. Sawyer Robertson's a quarterback down there, correct?
He is.
And then they actually have a running back that's pretty good, Bryson Washington.
Sure. Yeah.
And the reason in his over under on Prize Picks, I like the over. You're probably listening to this after the game, so hopefully this tracks well.
Even if you're not, you probably don't care.
Yeah, 88.5. So one of the guys I work with went to Baylor. He's going to the game, recent grad, and we started talking about Prize Picks, and he's like, "Man, I like the over," and I'm like, "I will tell you, young blood." So yeah, we need over 88.5 yards, and then we also comboed it. Arch Manning rushing touchdown on Saturday.
Oh.
I know, spicy. I liked it though. I was like, dude, we're gonna get along just great. What we lack in age, or how you get what I'm saying. We're just different age. I'm much older.
Yeah.
He's much younger, taller, very handsome young man. He does well. He has a girlfriend though, so I'll edit that out.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I like him a lot.
I could tell you what you would not be able to pay me to do, and that is watch College Game Day on Saturday, where they're going to do Lee Corso's like final College Game Day, and that's all ESPN has been like broadcasting it as. They have the defending national champions playing the number 1 team in the country, and still all the commercials for that game are like, "Here's Lee Corso crying." That is crazy to me. Like, I don't have anything against Lee Corso. He's pretty entertaining. I like the clip where he called that kid a midget. I think that's funny. But the idea that like I want to watch Game Day, because Game Day already does this thing where half an hour of the show will be like whatever sob story they have that kind of maybe even relates to the school, but it probably doesn't.
Yeah.
They'll just stop the show for like 20 minutes and show this video package. It's like, hey, this kid got his arm bitten off by a shark, but he loves Virginia Tech. And you're like, okay, dude. I don't know who's asking for this. That is, I guess that is the 20 minutes my wife will sit down and be like, I like this shark kid.
There's something to him.
But that show on Saturday, I assume the whole thing is going to be like, here's Lee Corso, here are clips of him from back in the day. Here's him crying. Here's Herb Street crying. Here's like McAfee like taking his shirt off. I don't know.
It says Lee Corso on it.
Yeah, so I'm out on Game Day for the foreseeable future. But shout out to Lee Corso. What a career, right?
Do you remember? They did maybe an hour on Herb Street's dog?
Oh, I'm sure.
It was like a 2-part series. And
then he just got a new dog, I think.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Like, he went the Bill Belichick route and just got something younger and
wow,
spicy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But I also remember that last year where a couple went to Ireland. And they were from Florida State. I think it was Florida State and Georgia Tech.
They lost that game.
Yeah.
Just like they lost every other game.
They did a 15-minute segment on them flying all their friends, all their family to Ireland, and them just getting married in Ireland and going to the game. And this would like complete their wedding day.
Wow. That's incredible. So I guess one of the benefits of marrying someone who kind of doesn't really care about college football, she'd never let me ruin my day like that.
Could you imagine getting invited to a wedding or being part of a wedding party and them being like, hey, it's actually not going to be in DFW. It's going to be a $3,000 plane ticket to Ireland, and you need to take off 4 days for work.
I'll do you one better. I'm not going. I'm not going. Unless I am the best man, like I'm probably not going. Can you imagine being an usher and somebody wants you to do that? You're like, hey, you're in the wedding, man. You're like, all right, I guess I'm going to Ireland. And they're like, all right, so you're going to take bride parents to the right. You could, if you want to come in before the wedding, like you can have shots with us, but you need to be out there like 45 minutes before the wedding. I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to sit this one out. Can't fly. Don't have the vaccine, whatever you got to tell them, dude.
Dude, that would be insane. I feel like some of the wedding stuff is just, I don't know. I feel like it's only growing. Like I thought we were all to the point where like, hey, like it peaked and now let's all kind of draw it back a little bit, but it seems like it's just getting more lavish.
Well, yeah, and we're about to start our friends like second weddings, here in the next 5-10 years.
Scary to say, but honestly,
the
kind of true.
financial commitment of being in somebody else's wedding, I feel like has really grown out of control. Used to be, in the 70s, I guess, you just showed up in your boots or whatever, and then you walk somebody down the aisle. Now you got to travel. Now you got to go get a hotel because they want to get married somewhere special. Now you got to rent like a $200 suit. You got to do a lot of things. I got to find a babysitter.
Oh,
And
yeah.
What I'm saying is don't invite me to weddings. I think I only have like 3 friends left who aren't married. Not going, buddy. Unless you're getting married locally, not going.
That's fair.
And I don't want to be in it.
Yeah.
If you haven't been married by now, just go to the courthouse, dude. Honestly, convince her you don't need the wedding. Buy a house.
Man, I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about some of my coworkers that are at that stage of life. And I've had the same conversation with them.
Yeah, you work with a lot of youngins.
Yeah.
Oh, don't become friends with them because then you got to go to the wedding.
I mean,
just
as long
going.
as it's not international.
Yeah,
I mean,
just going to a wedding is not that bad if
It's
you're
not.
sitting in the wedding. Being in a wedding now, I'm like, I don't want to be in a wedding.
it's loosely a part-time job, dude.
It is.
They're like, hey, you showed up 15 minutes late. What's going on with that, bud?
Yeah. Also, we wanted to save a little money. We're getting married on a Wednesday. I hope that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Also, you need to take off 3 days for the bachelor party. So I hope that's cool as well.
Are you seeing more of these people doing like co-ed bachelor and bachelorette parties together?
Oh, that sounds horrible.
That's like the new trend.
The new trend?
Yeah, the new trend is co-ed bachelor and bachelorette parties.
No, because then you're going to end up at a wedding with a bunch of guys and girls who all spent like a separate weekend together who probably have baggage from that. Somebody slept with somebody and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, great. Now we got to see them again.
With your significant other.
With your significant other.
I know.
You're like,
spicy.
You're like, Brian never called Stacy. And you're like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. They're both here now. So.
Yeah. Brian's over there with his 2 kids and wife. Maybe
yeah.
go ask him.
Yeah.
Man. Well, speaking of flights, did you see Southwest in 2026? If you are plus sized, you are gonna have to buy 2 seats. Have you seen that?
I haven't. Didn't you already have to do that?
No. Before at Southwest, they were like,
oh, Southwest. You're saying?
Yeah, Southwest
did not make really fat people buy 2 seats.
Correct.
Okay.
And now they are.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I avoid air travel whenever I can.
Fair.
Not because of fat people. No problem with fat people. I feel like the odds that you get stuck next to somebody who should have bought 2 seats, it's like 5%. You're probably rolling the dice anyway, right? As somebody who's 6'4", borderline 6'5", my only mandatory requirement on an airplane is that you can't recline your seat in front of me. And I will say something to you.
You will?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I have before. Like, yeah. If I'm sitting there, I always try to get emergency exit row. Doesn't always work for me. I'm also not a millionaire. I'm not flying business class. Okay, I'm back here with all the regular folks.
Getting popped.
Eating my pretzels. I'm in prison with everybody else. If you see me sit behind you and you recline your seat, I am going to tap you on the shoulder. I don't care if you're a man, woman, old, young. I don't care if you're a 6-year-old kid and your mom's sitting next to you. I am going to tap you on the shoulder. I'm going to say, brother, we can't do it. I'm going to say, it's not happening. I was like, you are crushing my kneecaps right now. You got to put it back up, dude. And if you say no, I will be passive aggressive. I will ask maybe I'll ask the flight attendant. Nobody's ever said no, actually.
Yeah.
I think people are so not used to that kind of confrontation that like everybody immediately is like, okay.
Yeah.
But one day I'm sure I'll run across like a psycho who's like, I paid for this seat. I can recline it if I want to. The reclining doesn't even do anything. You're not more comfortable.
It's not.
It goes back 2 inches. It doesn't make you more comfortable, and it makes me 200% less comfortable.
Why do you even tap them on the shoulder? Because I picture if they're reclining, they're like just in your lap and you're looking over.
Yeah, and I'm waving at them and saying hi.
Yeah, you're just looking down like this isn't gonna work.
I start by making a big noise if you're reclining. I go, whoa. So that's what I hit them with first. So I make sure if they're wearing earbuds, they're not going to hear it. If they're not, then they'll usually immediately be like, "Oh, sorry about that." But yeah, I start by making a scene, and then I'll talk to you. So
Yeah.
first you get hit with the whoa, and then it's, "Sir, could you please unrecline that seat? I'm aggressively tall."
Yeah. Man, that's brutal. Have you ever had to sit by an overweight person on a flight before?
I can't think of anything like dramatic where they couldn't fit in the seat and should have bought 2 seats. I mean, that's really when you're talking about those people, that's really fat. I mean,
It's
that's
oh,
and
it's
not that airline seats are big, just that like as long as they can fit between the armrests and the armrest is down, then I think they have a right to spill like a hip over a little bit.
yeah.
If they've eaten too many pretzels, I don't really have a problem with that. So I guess no, I don't have any experiences like that. I think a lot of people who probably get fired up about it have had like one experience like that out of 200 flights. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they just want to be mad about something online. And fat people are a pretty easy target because they're already at the computer. They know what you're saying.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my idea. Tell me what you think of this business idea. If they so they got some pushback online for it,
Okay.
but here's what Southwest comes out and does. Tell me what you think of it. So you got to buy 2 seats, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, that's not fair. Here's what you do. You spin it and you say, hey, I'll tell you what, if a year from now you are under the threshold of what you were when you had to buy 2 tickets, we'll give you a refund on that ticket. And then next year, if it comes around, if they lost the weight, hey, Southwest, we're like the new Subway, baby. We're helping people lose weight, and you spin it that way. Or if they didn't lose the weight, it's like, hey, that's on you, big dog. We offered you your money back just to get healthy, and you didn't want to do it. What are your thoughts on that? I was thinking about this a lot today.
Do they have to show up to the airport for the weigh-in? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
I-
I don't know how that works. How it's like. That's a good question.
I think, yeah. What happens if you don't buy 2 seats and you show up and you're just too fat? Like, what do? They tell you can't get on the plane? I don't feel like they tell you that.
Can they I don't think they can weigh you.
No, I don't think
They're
they
like,
can weigh you.
like,
No, it's a visual thing. They're probably seeing it. I don't know if that's feasible just because people aren't going to drive to the airport for the weigh-in. Well, they might for like a few $100, I guess.
yeah.
If you buy 2 seats, you should give the fat people 2 Coca-Colas, though.
Oh,
They
yeah.
should get 2 free Coca-Colas. They should get 2 free pretzels. They don't do peanuts anymore, obviously, because airplanes are woke. But you should get, 2 of everything.
Yeah.
The flight attendant should check on you twice as often.
And if you lose the weight, you don't have to give that Coke or that peanut back. That's all part of the package.
You already housed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of fat people, Cracker Barrel, did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
They're changing. Okay, so they changed the logo. A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
They came out today. They're changing it back to the old logo.
Yeah.
First question. Have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lubbock, Texas Cracker Barrel knew me by name, buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to go there every Friday before work, like as a sales team, and like sit at Cracker Barrel and
before work?
Yeah, before work, like 7 a.m. I think it was optional, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was when I was selling radio ads in Lubbock, Texas. This was bleak. I wasn't doing anything, and then I quit. But yeah, we'd show up to Cracker Barrel. So I had Cracker Barrel like once a week for like a year, and it was pretty good. I like Cracker Barrel. The anger at the logo is all pretend. There is nobody in their right mind that was actually mad about it. It's just performance art. You know what I mean? Like people
performance art.
It's just like a secret like wink at your friends who have the same like political affiliation as you do, of being like, oh yeah, we're mad about this Cracker Barrel thing, aren't we? Wink, wink. And none of them are actually mad about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing as like the Confederate statues, things like that. These people aren't actually mad about it. It's just kind of like we're mad about it, right? You and me, we're on the same page. We're mad, right?